I need to record.
Don't trust them girls, they're enemies. They don't know what you meant to me. They say my name, boy, you're my destiny. So all I want is all that was meant for me.
Nothing will be meant for you if you
So
don't get.
big up the girl who told you, lie, I just don't. Yeah, but I'm see-through. So don't let it go to waste.
Before we jump into this tutorial, I would love to introduce you guys to Dossier. So Dossier reproduces classic high-end luxury scents at a fraction of the price and with the same high quality ingredients. So basically they have this system where you can actually try out the perfumes before actually committing to it, and I will have all their information in the description box down below. But let me tell you, my favorite scent right now is the woody sandalwood, and it is in comparison to the Le Labo Santo 33. I absolutely love it. I've been using it as an everyday scent. You guys have been seeing it in my vlogs. And this ambery saffron that I also introduced in this video is a comparison to the Baccarat Rouge 540. So I really love Dossier, and I've been using woody sandalwood so much that I'm almost out. So definitely check Dossier out, and let's jump into the tutorial. So first up, I'm going to just talk about breaking out in general. Honestly, when I start breaking out, I do not like putting on makeup. And I've been trying out a lot of skincare, but I went back to the basics, and I'm just going to show you how I do my full coverage makeup look even while I'm breaking out. So the first thing I usually do is I stick to a primer that is going to help moisturize and also hydrate my skin, because when you're breaking out, you still have to hydrate. Then I go in with color corrector. Basically, color corrector, what it's going to do is all the spots and pimples on your face sometimes show up as darkness, and that darkness, before you put a foundation over top, needs to be corrected, and that is what the orange corrector does. You do not have to put this much, honestly, but I know how to kind of color it out. Next, we go in with our foundation. This foundation is one of my favorite full coverage foundations, and you can wear this on a day-to-day basis, or you can wear it when you really want a full coverage look. So what I usually do is I apply the foundation with my fingers first, because this warms up the product before I actually go in to blend. And what I do is, just like how I let my concealer sit on my skin for a couple of minutes before blending in, I do this for the foundation also. And as you can see, it covers up a lot of my blemishes, and it covers up all the pimples that you can see on my face. It is very important to talk about breakouts, because breakouts are just a normal part of life, and especially with the rise of TikTok dermatologists and skin gurus, and also the glass skin trend, skincare has radically changed. And in one video, you'll see people talking about skin barriers, and in the second video, you'll see somebody discouraging you against products that you've used for a long time. So it can get a lot more trickier in this part of the woods right now. However, I will encourage you to stick with what you know. So what I've done here is put a little bit of extra foundation on the parts that I feel as though need a little more coverage even after blending, and I leave it on there while I'm putting on my concealer, so that way it gives me the fullest coverage on the areas where I need it the most, which is my cheek area. Even though I'm gonna go in with blush, I do want to make sure that I contour and bronze also while blending in those parts of the foundation. This NARS bronzer is one of my favorite bronzers. This is in Laguna 05. Anything NARS is amazing, but this bronzer definitely became one of my faves. It blends in really well, and as you can see, I'm always using stippling motions, and I'm always using a buffer brush. So this brush I'm using is actually the e.l.f. blending brush. I have several of these because they're very inexpensive, but they give you such great coverage, and it gives you a really nice finish. So as I'm blending in my concealer, I use this sponge. This sponge is actually from Amazon. I stopped using beauty blenders a long time ago, not necessarily because of anything, but I started realizing that I love the Amazon sponges. They're bigger, they're fluffier. It's just amazing. So basically I go in with blush now, and again, we always want to work with buffer brushes, and we always want to stipple. Stippling is basically picking up and dropping the brush in comparison to swirling or any of those things, because when you're working in layers, especially with a full coverage look, you want to make sure you are not moving any of those layers too much together. I wanted to opt for a more brighter under eye, so I let the lighter concealer sit. I love using this concealer by e.l.f. Again, very nice, easy to blend, but you have to work really quickly because it does dry very fast. So you have to be very careful with that. Now I'm going in with blush. This is my all-time favorite blush. This is MAC Raisin Blush. Amazing for like the everyday look. It's amazing for just being able to get that like flushed, very subtle brown girl blush look, I guess. So I really love it. So going in with blush, making sure again, patting motions, stippling motions. Then I set my under eye, and when you're setting, you want to press the powder in. When you're working with blemishes or when you're breaking out, you want to make sure that those layers don't move too much so that you don't see the darkness of the pimples or the breakouts coming out. So of course, I finished up with a dark lip, and here is the final look. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please let me know in the comment section down below what other videos you would like for me to do makeup related wise, because I absolutely love doing this tutorial. I forgot how much I love doing makeup tutorials, y'all, and this tutorial really inspired me, and I hope it inspires you. So have a great day and stay tuned for tomorrow's video. Bye.